We have Marcus Sasser from the Houston Cougars with us. Marcus is a 22-year-old senior guard, will be 22 on draft night, measured in at around 6'3" at the combine last year with a 6'7" wingspan, played 31 minutes per game, 17 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, 1.6 steals, shot 44% from the field, 38.4% from 3, 85% from the line on a career high 4.2 attempts. True shooting percentage of 60% back-to-back years, PER of 25, BPM of 12 this year. Marcus, what's going on, man? I appreciate you joining me.
Yes, sir. I'm doing good. Appreciate you for having me, man.
For anybody who isn't familiar with your game, how would you describe yourself to somebody who hasn't watched you play yet?
Great teammate. Just I can space the floor by shooting the ball. A pesky defender. I like playing defense. It kind of give me that energy going. And then just the all around team player. I really try not to worry about the big things. That's something that Coach Sampson really installed in us. You win by doing the little things good. So just being a little things guy, and then just playing real hard. When I'm on the court, just giving them all.
We're gonna hop into a little bit of your film. I mean, not only can you space the floor, but you have some legitimate range to you. So let's play this clip and just what is the process like building out, logo range? What's your routine to actually get to be consistently shooting the ball out that far?
Really just legs and then repetition. When I'm working out and practicing, I'm shooting shots from that deep. But in that moment right there, that's something that me and Jamal do a lot of times. He push it down the floor and kick it back. But it's funny because during that possession, we was going back and forth, back and forth. We skipped the media timeout, all that, so everybody was tired. And I just came behind them, and I just seen space, and I just used my legs and let it go.
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy distance. And at what point did you feel comfortable enough, like if you take a shot and you missed, like you weren't gonna end up on the bench during your college career?
I'll probably say my sophomore year. My sophomore year, that's when I became, defined as a real good shooter on the team. Coach kind of gave me that green light my sophomore year. So any shot that I took, if it was a good shot, I was gonna take it. And they used to yell at me and fuss at me for not taking the shot. I'll probably get benched for not taking the shot rather than taking it. So
I think watching your film, I think that it would be to say that your step back is not like a deadly go-to move that you have, that it feels like you can kind of get off whenever. And I mean, you got different, cadences, different pace. And when do you know that like you got your defender right where you want them and you can bust out that step back and get a clean look off?
Usually when his shoulders turn, like you can kind of tell on that play right there. When I went between my legs and was about to go hard left, as soon as he turned his shoulders, I just knew to step back. And that's kind of something, I do. As soon as somebody get off balance, I just feel like if you step back and you square, it's impossible for them to really contest that shot where it affects your shot. So it's all a mental game when you're on the court. But that's one of the main things I look at when I'm about to do my step back is just if they body turns it. If I got to take one more dribble, then I will. But usually once I set them up with a counter or something like that, they body turn and the step back just be right there.
Those counters, getting to read how the defender is guarding you, that's stuff that you see from a lot of high level NBA guards. And one of the guys that I at him play and I look you play, I see a little bit of similarities in how you get into your offense is Tyrese Maxey. Let me pull up this clip of you here just to see the similarities between the two, is Tyrese Maxey somebody that you watch at all, that you kind of take little things from him?
Yeah, that's my guy. We kind of grew up in the same area, so yeah, I've been watching him like
Mm,
that. But when he got to the league, he just went to another level. But yeah, you can kind of say we play the same. Just the way he create his shots. But he's athletic and fast too, so he can get downhill. But his separation, is
mm-hmm.
real similar to mine, especially around the arc.
Who else besides Tyrese do you watch in the league that you're like, ooh, that guy's tough? Like, let me see if I can add something, to my bag that I saw in whatever game I'm watching.
I watch a lot of Dame. I watch a lot of Steph. I
Mm,
try not to take too much Steph though, cause he just different. Um, I watch Trey.
mm,
I really watch a lot of guards.
yeah.
Around my size, just to see how they get their shot off and things like that. And another one, I watch is Fred Van Fleet. He real tough.
Mm. Now, another option that you can use at the next level, they're these quick pitch actions where, you know, you said Tyrese is really good at getting a lot. Defenders will try to go under, and that way they can meet him. And if you go
Yeah.
under, let that fly. And I thought last year at the combine, I thought you did a really good job in those actions, showing what happens when one guy goes under and what happens if they go over. When you see that much space, I mean, is there any hesitation at this point?
No, that's that. Well, what you call, the pitchback at Houston, we call them booms, and that's just like where you throw it to them and you read them. But I like playing behind the big, especially when you have range. It kind of give you
Mm,
a advantage because you really can't just jump over the big. So that's something I try to work on, especially try to get downhill, and I feel like it just kind of confused the defense because if they switch, then you got the big on you. If they don't switch, then you got a shot. Like if he go under, but then if he go over the screen, then you just get downhill and play 2-on-1, and then just read the backside. So it's just I feel like it's almost really
mm.
unstoppable. Especially if you had a right big on your team.
Now in the NBA, you handled the ball a lot. You played off, one of the best point guards in the country yourself. But in the NBA, you might be also playing off of LeBron James. You might be playing off of Luka. So not only can you get your own shot with the ball in your hands, but you could spot up and you could shoot it off movement, right? Like,
Yeah.
uh, this is, I love this shot. Tough, quick release. What kind of stuff do you do to work on that quick release where it feels like you're unbothered completely by the defense and running off movement? I mean, shoot, that's
Yeah.
a tough shot.
Um,
Knockdown.
just repetition. That's the shot, I kind of work on, just coming from the baseline. Kind of like a floppy set. We work on them. And
Mm,
then
yeah.
as far as quick releases, you rep them too. You do when you wide open, gotta knock it down, take your time, and then you do catch it up high, and then you do quick releases. So to me, it's really just repetition, being in the gym. That's why I just feel like I'm comfortable, especially when they come to catch and shoot, because you should already have your feet set when you catch the ball, and that's kind of what they taught me in Houston too. To catch the ball really off two. But on that one, you can say I want to. But usually, I turn my whole body around to be square. But that shot really just come with repetition right there.
Take me through this shot here, in this possession. Um, you know, I mean, you were a tough shot maker, no doubt about that, right? Does coach ever, kind of get on you these early shot clock off the bounce? Is there any time when you guys are watching film where it's just like, sometimes let's pull it out?
Yeah, definitely. Usually I really just be reading the defense. I like playing in transition. That's kind of where I feel like I can
Mm.
get my easy buckets. So, but that's kind of the thing. How you got to be smart with it, know when to take the shot, time and score. And I feel like that's just gonna come with more experience. But he really don't say much to me. When I miss it, because if I shoot it again, next time it probably will go in, and he probably ain't gonna say nothing. But he do tell me sometimes, we could have got a better shot, could have got into something like that. But it's never him just yelling at me or things like that. And that just come with the freedom. Like I feel like at the next level, you ain't gonna have that freedom as soon as you get in. So I feel like that's just gonna help me as a player. Not just being able to take them wild shots like that.
You said that you like playing out in transition. A lot of teams, I mean, not only is NBA about spacing, but it's about pace now. And, the Warriors, they like to play fast, right? They like to space the floor. And there's a guy, he's got another guy really shoot the ball off bounce, shoot it off the catch, shoot it off movement, and he's got a quick trigger. So I like this.
Yeah.
Gets to a spot, no hesitation, splash.
So,
You got that in your game?
yeah, definitely. Love playing the transition. It's just I don't know. It's just something about it. It's like the defense always on their heels. You going forward, they going back. I just feel like it's real hard to stop you in transition, especially like you seen that right there.
Yeah, you definitely have that. Almost the same thing, same spot in
Right.
transition, right off a little quick pitch, and
Yeah.
you let it fly. I mean, I think that when you watched your team this year, you guys were just so athletic that getting out, turning defense into offense. It felt like when you guys could get easy buckets like this, easy shots like this, it felt like
Yeah.
teams were really at your mercy playing fast.
I just feel like it's better because most of the time in transition, you gonna have an advantage, even if it's like 5-on-4. And that's kind of why I like defense a lot. That's why I feel
Mm-hmm.
like defense always going. Like I get a steal here, 3-on-1 fast break, we're gonna score off of that. So it's just easier to me to play in transition than it is when everybody's set up, help playing the passing lanes and things like that.
That 6'7" wingspan, does that help?
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of my biggest. That's my biggest help. A lot of people don't probably realize it, but I got big, I got long arms, so that really helps me when I'm on the defensive end. And then just being tough. You just being tough really helps a lot.
Is there anybody at the next level that's in the NBA now that you're looking forward to guarding?
Looking forward. I want to guard Steph just to see, how hard it is to guard him because yeah, he unstoppable. Look like so.
You gotta
I
find out
want to guard.
yourself, right?
Yeah,
I like that answer because I've asked this question before, and sometimes players are like, I don't want to make any lists. I'm just looking forward to guarding whoever. I like you went for the top dog.
yeah. It's just I always see him killing everybody. So I just want to see what it's like.
Man, Marcus, this was a ton of fun, man. I learned a lot watching the film with you, breaking it down. I love getting to pick your brain. Um, good luck throughout the rest of the process, man. I know these are going to be it's going to be a grind the next few months, but embrace it, enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what happens with you, man. So I appreciate you coming here and chopping it up.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.